Married at First Sight Season 9 came like a burning fastball into our TV screens that spurred out our excitement for more drama and entertainment. It gave us what we expected from an MAFS show and more, making it one of the most sensational seasons so far. From heated arguments to heartwarming moments, it produced the whole package for its viewers. As entertaining as that may be, what we are really here for is the main development of the series, which are Daniel and Carolina. Although the way they got together may not be well accepted by most, everyone still deserves love. So that's why in this video, we'll be focusing on Married at First Sight Australia. Are Daniel and Carolina still together? Stay tuned in until the end, as other shocking details about the show will be revealed as well. Now, before we continue, be warned that this video will be containing spoilers about the show. Moving on with the video. To better understand how they became a thing, let's go back to the very beginning. Daniel and Jessica's timeline. Daniel Holmes had a very sad and tragic childhood due to the family circumstances. After taking some time to heal and going to the gym, which has helped him exponentially, he has grown into a fine man wanting a family. Now, what he's looking for in a wife are mostly high emotional intelligence and a good communicator, in which the expert saw 27-year-old Jessica Suricino, Jess, as the perfect fit for him. The wedding ceremony kicked off on a nice tone as both saw their partners in a positive light. During the reception, the new couple had a very nice bonding moment as they share about each other's struggle. Apparently, Jess also experienced losing a sibling, which forced her to grow as a person at a faster pace. Hearing this, Daniel also opened up about how he lost his sibling as well, which made their relationship dive to a more emotional level. However, the moment was cut short later that night as Jess gave a comment that threw Daniel off. It was regarding having another real-life wedding that made Daniel think that she sees this as a fake wedding. Despite her meaning something different with that remark, the groom suddenly began to doubt his new wife's intention in the show. Ultimately, that miscommunication that night was the first step to the plunge. It got better during their honeymoon date, but it was for naught when the honesty box arrives to their door that further solidified the downhill trend of their relationship. In the end, after a heated argument, Jessica declared that she had no connection with Daniel and will not fake it for the sake of the experiment, hence deciding to leave the experiment entirely. Dion and Carolina's timeline. For this couple, they both have very interesting backgrounds and personality. To start off, Dion Gianarelli is an Italian property developer who works with his father. It can be seen that he enjoys the finer things in life and really wants to be a cool father, which pushed him to find a wife in the series. Now, Carolina's story is that she was born and raised in Brazil and later moved on to Australia to find better opportunities. She was able to start a business from scratch and is actually a mother to a 16-year-old boy that she raised on her own, both of which are very impressive to say the least. The first challenge that they faced was even before the ceremony itself. Everyone, including the other wedding couples who were invited, had to wait for 3 hours for the bride to arrive. It was shown that the bride wasn't really satisfied with the initial makeup and so decided to do it herself. Although some may see it as a slight problem, the groom brushed it off and said that she was worth the wait when he laid his eyes on her. Regardless of her commenting about his height or mentioning that she has a son after some time, Dion still accepted and found her attractive. During the honesty period, although she might not be attracted to him yet, she believes that there is potential in their relationship as well. However, things got a bit dicey when she mentioned a few things about his financial status and that she won't be swayed by it. Even though it was hard to take in, he was able to handle it reasonably well and tried to continue with the experiment, hoping it'll get better. Regrettably, it did not. For the following days, the two had arguments, not seeing eye to eye and not having any common ground. These pushed the both of them to the limit in which they realized that their marriage most likely won't work. How it began. We all know that Daniel and Carolina weren't the initial couple when the experiment began. The original partners were Daniel with Jessica and Dion with Carolina. So the questions were, how did it start and when? After Jessica left the experiment, it was quite clear that Daniel wouldn't be finding the love he was hoping for. So he started packing up his stuff as well, including the many free microwavable meals as to not leave empty-handed. He then reached out to Carolina, who he met for the first time at their dinner party, to have a short conversation with and to say his goodbyes. But suddenly realized that there might be a spark between them. He admitted that she was actually the kind of woman he had asked for on paper when entering the show. The weird thing about attraction is it's not a choice, and there was something that I felt that I had on my end, and I also felt she felt it as well, Daniel told Nine Entertainment. I just took my shot. I just thought, you know what? Why not? Why not? Just because I go back to Brisbane, just see if what I felt was real, and then invite her over for a chat. And he did. After inviting her to work out in the gym, they had a bonding time over their failed marriages. Carolina then told Daniel that she understands the hardships of newly married life and that if he ever needs any advice, she's available, in which the fans saw that something was brewing. Both stayed in touch with one another. That led to several secret meetups behind Dion's back, where they got to know each other better and even had an exchange of flirtatious remarks. Carolina told Daniel she needed physical attraction, a bit of emotional connection or similarities to connect with a man, and said she had found that on all levels with Daniel, but not on her husband Dion. The night then ended with a steamy kiss between the two. The big revelation. For 2 weeks, the secret couple hid their relationship from everyone. So when Carolina and Daniel arrived together at the commitment ceremony, it became the most scandalous moment of the season. Everyone was surprised, even the experts, while Dion could just stare at the situation that was unfolding. They explained what has happened between them regarding when and what they discussed together. Even though there was no nightly activity between the two, the emotional damage was very heavy for her ex-husband. What's more was that they proposed to continue with the experiment as a couple alongside the rest of the members, which the others just found unbearable and made them walk out. As the show must go on, the production called everyone back to hear the experts' verdict regarding Dion and Carolina's proposal. After some discussion, the experts John Aiken, Mel Schilling, and Alessandra Rompala delivered a brutal no to the couple. There's absolutely no way that we're going to allow you to re-enter the experiment as a new couple, John told them. I knew walking into the room and confronting everyone, there's nothing that we can do or say that is going to have people, neutral with our decision, Daniel added. Further on, he also admitted that they took a risk and it hurt Dion in the process, but he knew in his heart that Carolina was worth pursuing. Aftermath. Despite being shot down by basically everyone from the show, and even a portion of the viewers, the pair have made their feelings about the new relationship quite clear through social media. The couple said to Today that they had no regrets about how their relationship formed, even though it was through an affair. Well, we never really had anything with our partners apart from a fake marriage and an experiment, really, Carolina said. She also added that they don't really owe anyone anything as they, Dion and Carolina, were not physically or emotionally connected. Both have posted recent pictures of each other this month with captions pertaining to their love for one another. What a ride! Let the next chapter begin, he captioned in one of his posts. Though their love may have started in an underhanded way, if both believe that they're meant for each other, then we really can't stop that. Best we can do is hope that it is all worth it in the end.